Hello, everyone. So this is the podcast for the March 22nd assignment. And when you guys go to simplify these, the numbers you want to check to see if they divide in there would be perfect squares. So like 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, and so on. 49. In other words, that's 2 squared. That's 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared, and so on. Oops. The reason that you want those is so numbers pull out nicely, like 32. Sure, 4 times 8 is 32. All right, so you can split this into two separate roots. So you get 2 root 8, but 8 isn't finished. So you have 2 square root of 2 times 4. Split that, 2 square root of 2 square root of 4. So you have 2 square root of 2, and that's the square root, or square root of 4 is 2. Now this is all products. So you could bring this together and get 4 square root of 2. And all I'm suggesting is not that 4 was wrong, it's just if you continued to break this down at this point, 4 times 4 times 2, and you get, oops, I made that a little big. Let me back up. And break it apart first into pieces rather than get it to this point and go, oh, wait, I'm not done with that, and break this down more. Because then everything stays in the front and it doesn't look awkward. To me, this looks really awkward having something in front and in back. Square root of 4 is 2 times square root of 4 is 2 times the square root of 2 is 4 square root of 2. Now another option that you can use is looking at this 4 times 4, isn't that 16? So instead of going 4 and 8, you could go 16 times 2 to get 32. Break it, square root of 16, square root of 2. So you get 4 square root of 2. Okay. Now for large numbers, sometimes it doesn't work so well, like even 96. Okay, so start by looking for a perfect square that fits in there. Like the smallest perfect square is 4. See if 4 divides into that. So 96 divided by 4. Yeah, it does. So 4 times 24 is 96. But then check out 24. Isn't that made up of, so this 4 I'm just going to bring down, and then 24, isn't that 4 times 6? So back to this idea, okay, that's 16 times 6. Let's just check that and make sure that we didn't make a mistake. 16 times 6. Yep, 96. So this is the square root of 16 times 6. Break them, 16, 6. Square root of 16 is 4. The square root of 6 is 6. Or square root of 6, there you go. 90. That's 9 times 10. And 10 is just made up of 2 and 5, so that doesn't help to break it apart. So then split it, square root of 9, square root of 10, 3 square roots of 10. Okay, let's check out 108. So 108 divided by 4. 108 divided by 4. 27. So 4 times 27 is the 108. Now I'm going to look at the 27. Isn't that 9 times 3 is 27? So if you're square rooting this thing, break it apart, 4, 9, 3, and then square root of 4 is 2, and these are times in between here. Square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 3 doesn't simplify. So that becomes 6 square roots of 3. Okay? 160. Well, 16 certainly is going to go into 160. And you're square rooting it. Break it. and that's 4 squared roots of 10. And I know that 10 can't break down any further because it's just made up of 2 and 5, and neither of those are squares. So that would be your final answer. This is the name of the assignment. Thanks for your time. Have a great one.